Texas and California are trying to steer the whole country with this redistricting mess. Allow me to explain. Because it isn't just about maps, it's about control. This will steer the whole country in the end game. It's not about voters, it's about locking power in place for the next decade, no matter what the people want. So let's start with Texas. Now, Texas has been one of the fastest growing states in America, especially among Black, Latino, and Asian communities. But instead of expanding representation to match that population growth, Texas drew maps that shrink it. They're slicing up diverse communities and folding them into majority white rural areas, all so they can weaken the political power of voters who don't vote the right way. Now, the end game is to freeze the future, to create districts that are so rigged that even if Texas flips majority Democrat by population, it stays Republican by power. Now, this isn't about democracy. What it is a firewall. They're trying to outlast the people's will by rigging the playing field before the game even starts. And let me be real with you, this isn't new. Texas has a long, documented history of using redistricting to suppress Black and brown voters. The courts have caught them. The Voting Rights Act used to stop them, but now the Supreme Court gutted those protections and Texas knows it. So now let's look at California. And this is where things get sticky. California Democrats watched red states like Texas, Florida, and Alabama use maps to pad their power. And they finally said, you know what, enough. So now they're trying to redraw maps too, supposedly to pick up 5 to 7 more Democratic seats in Congress. Now, on paper, California has an independent redistricting commission, and that's supposed to keep things fair. But let's not be naive. Pressure is mounting from inside the party to start playing the same game the other side's been playing for years. And the end game in California is to undo the damage done by the GOP-led redistricting across the country by squeezing a few more Democratic wins out of one of the safest blue states. It's retaliation, but here's the danger. If both sides keep rigging maps instead of fixing the system, we lose the whole point of voting, guys. What you end up with is two Americas. The red one that clings to power by cutting people out, and the blue one that clings to power by rewriting the rules. And who gets erased in both? Well, you do, I do, the everyday people do. And that's why I keep telling you guys, we are dealing with two heads on one snake. Because no matter who's drawing the lines, if they're not listening to us, the whole thing is broken. This isn't red versus blue anymore. It's power versus people.